Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel for some St. Patrick's Day nails. So this is what I have to offer for this week. I've done some gradient, I've done some stamping, I've done reverse stamping. We've got all kinds of stuff going on with these nails. So let's get to it. The first thing I did was lay down some white and green gel polish depending on what I wanted to do on the nail. And then I wanted to start with a clean surface for my stamping, so I used alcohol on each nail. Here's the stamping plate I used by ÜberChic, and I decided to do one nail at a time. So you can see here that I'm using my liquid latex to go around my thumb because I'm going to do some stamping on this one. I got an order in just recently with some stamping polish by Born Pretty. I really liked their silver, and this gold color, I like it. I'm not in love with it, but I do like it, and it stamps a lot better than many of my other gold colors. So you can see here that I do this kind of Celtic design on my thumb. I think it looks really awesome. And that was pretty much all I wanted to do with my thumb. So I decided that I want to take the liquid latex off, and I'm going to move on to my index finger. Now y'all, I screwed this finger up like 18 times. I can't even tell you. So I think this is the final version. You're going to see that I've got some other ones done in there. Whatever, I did a gradient, I didn't love it, I had to redo it. So here it is. This was the last version that I did. You can see that I've done the gradient with the white and the gold and the green, and I like the way it finally ended up. I noticed that the color green that I used didn't really match the other gel polish, but I mean, it is what it is. And then I stamped these cute little clovers right on top. My intent was to have them, kind of fade into the green on the bottom. That didn't always happen. Whatevs. You can see me here taking off the liquid latex, and we're going to pretend that the next nails are not done. So on to the middle finger. This is my favorite finger out of the whole thing. What it is a horseshoe in gold. So you can see I'm kind of cleaning up the stamp a little bit so that I can stamp this. I also looked up, does a horseshoe, is it lucky if it's up or down? And it's both. So who knows? And then after that, I used the Lucky Girl stamp. I thought that was cool, and I am a lucky girl, so I decided to have that stamped on my fingers for this week. So there we have it. Like I said, this is my favorite nail out of the whole bunch, and it's probably the most simplistic, so I really enjoy the way that one turned out. Now the next two, I ended up doing some reverse stamping on both of them. I really don't like the way that this next one turned out. So my intent was to have the St. Patty's Day pop out by putting green behind it, and it just looks like a muddled mess. I mean, you got to be really close to see it, but once again, it is what it is, so we just deal with it as it is. Okay, while we're waiting on that to get finished colored in, I'll tell you a little bit about me. I am a high school math teacher, and I love what I do, and my students are amazing, and some of them have watched my videos and said that my voice is more like my parent-teacher voice when I do my videos. So apparently I'm not really being me in my videos, and yeah, I'm going to work on that. Okay, kiddies? Don't worry about that. So there you can see the St. Patty's in that particular stamp there. Now, I'm letting that one dry, and then this one I am going to be putting on my pinky. So I went ahead and I stamped the outline of these clovers, and the back of the nail is going to be green, and I decided I wanted at least one or two clovers to be white, and in the end I just decided that it would be one. So you can see that I'm kind of painting everything in here, and then I'm going to have to wait for this one, actually both of them, to dry for a little bit. So once they are dried though, I am going to put some liquid latex because the stamp is probably going to bleed over onto my skin. They were quite large. So I put liquid latex on both the index finger and my pinky, and I make sure that they're dry. This is important. If they're not dry, the whole thing is going to be ruined later on. So make sure that they're dry, and then use your nail foil glue or whatever kind of bonder stuff that you use in order to keep your reverse stamping on. So I apply a little bit of that. I give it a 15-30 seconds, and then you can see here that I'm applying my least favorite probably of all of them. Ugh, I just don't love the way it turned out. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Moving on to the pinky. So here I am applying the pinky nail. And it turned out okay. This stamper is a lot squishier than the other one, so the gold kind of wrinkled a little bit. In the end, they both looked okay. They weren't my favorite, but they were okay. I did have to do a little touch-up on the ring finger, so you can see here that I go back in with some gold on a detail brush and clean it up a little bit. I removed the liquid latex, and these babies are almost done. And then it's time for top coat, y'all. So I'm going to use my Maniology top coat, my gel top coat. I love this thing. I love their products. I know I talk about them quite often. And in fact, I haven't talked about the fact that I have my own code. If you want to use my code for your order, you can save 10% off of www.maniology.com. So it's linked in the description, and the code is there if you want it. I do love their products. I think they're all amazeballs, and yeah, especially their top coat. So here I am, I'm finishing up the top coat, and then of course, since it is a gel polish, it's going to have to cure for about 1.5 minutes. So I just have a little bit of cleanup left to do. I did use liquid latex, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. So you'll see that I use some acetone, and I'm just going around my fingers. I also add some cuticle oil because y'all know how I am. I got to have my cuticles looking good. So you'll see that I put some cuticle oil on there as well. And man, I hope you enjoy the manicure, and I hope you are enjoying your St. Patrick's Day. Whatever you do, make sure that you're being responsible, people. If you're going to drink, make sure to be responsible. And you guys know how I am and what I think. I do hope until we meet again that you decorate every nail you got. Bye!